I think the phrase innovate or die is probably not to an overstep. I think it feels fair. We've seen examples of organisations that have rested on their laurels or have not innovated. If you are purely a profit-centric organisation and you don't have some other kind of purpose to your existence, people will tend to vote with their feet and will choose organisations that perhaps do.
The board doesn't necessarily have to drive it themselves, but it definitely needs to support it, and it needs to come from the top down in terms of a whole business believing in something because the board believes in it. It's less about them driving it or driving the agenda per se, but more about talking about it in a positive way, having a sense of belief.
Often when we're working with a large corporate business, we'll divide the board of the business up and we'll say, right, it's your job to think like the board of a corporate, large, organised, successful organisation, and it's your job to think like an entrepreneur, and then we swap it over. And it's really interesting when you do that. People have ideas, people get excited about concepts, people get energetic about change. You've got to get that balance right.
Successful organisations rely on a mixture of lots of things, and the doers within an organisation are your most important people, the people who are taking care of business. You've got to think, and I think more actively protect those people than perhaps the people who are going on the expedition into the unknown.
It's really important to empower small teams to go out and do something that's breakthrough or radical. You need to send off a few speedboats, so that the tanker is rolling and is cruising, and it's doing its thing. But the speedboats are much more agile, faster, and able to kind of try, test, fail, but potentially and hopefully, find something, lock in on it, and succeed.
Any business that is operating today has to be thinking about the speed of change, what they're going to do to address it. And when you get over that first hurdle, then you get into, okay, well, how do we make the most of the time we live in? And I think that's where it gets really exciting for us, because businesses can take the change that's happening and use that and ride that wave of change in order to generate future success.